Do 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 do. Uh-oh. Where's my Twitch? There it is. Boo 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 boo. Do 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 do.
Brandon, you forgot the A in her name.
No, did I not? Shit. I can fix it. Hold on.
Just looked at that and I'm like, wait a second.
Eh.
Oh my god, the delay is so bad.
That delay is pretty bad.
Yeah, when you're watching mobile, it's horrible.
No, I'm on laptop.
I don't have a delay set up.
No, like from Discord, like the Discord camera to the stream camera.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, heard.
Yeah.
Do. What do you want? Okay. All right. Oh, the Undead Dream is in. What's up, dude?
The hey Nat.
What's up, dude? I'm Shreddies. Okay, Undead. Hey, so I'm gonna let go of the push to talk key. Ange and Cass, please let me know if you can hear me when I let go. And number 2, Cass, say something, and Ange, let me know if you can hear her through the stream.
Okay.
Blah blah. All right,
That
can you
stream
guys
is
hear me?
muted, so I can only hear through Discord.
No, I'll let you guys know. It's okay.
Yeah. What's up, Shreddies? Hi. Welcome in, first time chatter. I'm
I can hear you.
Shreddies. How you doing? Cass?
I can't hear you. I can't hear you on Discord.
Well, yeah,
I
no.
can hear you
Remember,
now.
so remember my push to talk?
Nope. He's doing chat.
Yeah. I was doing
Oh,
chat.
okay.
My
Yeah, no,
push to
that's
talk
all
is
good.
off. Yeah. Chat, can you hear Cass when she talks? I just want to make sure everybody can hear her on the
Hello,
stream.
everyone. Move my mic as well. I think just let me know.
All right, perfect. So Undead. So let's make sure that the volumes are good. I turned down the sound alerts because I don't want a big chicken going off in my damn ear. In the middle of.
I'm not doing the chicken dance, guys. I'm not doing it.
Well, no. It's just it's basically just a big old. But I just don't.
Okay. It's not like.
Yeah, no, I don't do the chicken dance. I don't have a
I can hear
camera.
you just fine.
Yeah, I don't have a camera, so I don't want that. Like, see, Southern Man wanted to go there, and there they go with it.
Hey, only tags.
Yeah.
Hey, tags.
So what's up, guys? Hey, Tags, how you doing? Welcome in. I know you guys came here for Cass, so let me get her screen a little bit bigger. So hold on one second. Okay, guys.
I can only like.
Now you've got all of the Cass on the screen, guys.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So, guys, everybody say hi to Cass. And Buttspot, I swear to God, welcome, Buttery One. That actually worked out pretty well, Buttery One.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty good.
Thank you
Yes,
for the
Southern.
follow,
Everything
only
is
tags.
turned down. Everything is
guys.
turned down.
The sound alerts are turned down, guys, because we are going to be chatting, going over some things and talking. I told you I would turn down the sound alerts. It's been a bit since we've seen you, fam. Welcome back to the world of scrapbooking, even if only tonight. Oh, Cass, do you have
slack. I've been so slack.
Cass, do you got mod capabilities?
Yeah. Yep, I can see it. Oh, Shreddies,
Okay,
miss you.
perfect.
Miss everybody.
Yes. All right, so I'm just gonna hold the button down so you can hear me too, Cass, while I talk. So welcome in, everybody. I know there might only be a few people coming in and out. There'll be more people hopefully coming in later. Even if more people don't show up and we don't have a crazy blowout on stream, that is not the point of this. The video on demand is also going to be powerful. It's just we know that there's people out there that want to stream, that want to create content and have people follow them and, change lives. And because you've seen people who stream get comments like, hey, man, I was really depressed for so long. You helped me get through a dark time in my life. And that's what a lot of content creators aim to do, is just have a good time and help people distract their minds from whatever shit circumstances or, bad days or crappy life that has been thrown at them. And that's the point of it. So a lot of people try to grow their communities and do all of these different things, but they also don't see, they think it's easy, and they think that it's not a hard thing to do, and they don't see the other side of it. And that's where these stories and these conversations can help, is because you do struggle. Mental health is a big thing with streamers, with anybody really. But if you don't battle it and you don't take care of it, it could hurt you. On top of that, if you're not engaged full with your community and the right communities and really, what am I trying to say? Like, connect with people on a good level, you could create a bad thing, and everything you do on the internet, unfortunately, is tracked pretty damn hard. So, like, if you make a bad impression, it's not gonna just wash away in a week. It could stay there for a long time. You make a great impression, it does the same thing. And I personally went through streaming last year, so just so I can introduce myself to the new people that have came in from Cass's community. My name's Brandon. I go by Commando Actual on Twitch and Xbox. I started streaming last year when I lost my career of 11 years when I was suddenly fired. I started streaming on Facebook Gaming, and I was partially streaming to Twitch. It really wasn't working out that great. And then my wife and I went through some personal lifestyle changes, and I kind of went away from streaming for a minute. And then this past April, I started picking it back up, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to stream to Twitch, and I'll be great. I had 28 followers. I had, I don't know, maybe like one viewer. And I started talking to people. One of the biggest ones that I talked to was Formidable, which, if most of you don't know who that is, he's a Twitch partner now, and he's making big waves and big moves in his community and in his content. But before he got to that stage, he was actually talking with me and kind of helping me. He's like, dude, network. Like, that was the biggest advice he had with me, was network. I networked. That's how I met this wonderful individual here. I jumped into her streams a few times, and I started just talking to people, just getting back and forth, like saying, hey, what's up? How you doing? Just being normal. And the people I've met some great people. And, they helped me get to affiliate within I think it was like 5 or 8 days I hit affiliate. And ever since then, I'm like, I've seen people come into my Discord. For example, Wingers is one of them. Rogue Roll. I think it's DYSF Pugs. I think he goes by Scratch, but it's like Scooter. All of them were grinding for affiliate too, and they were always asking me for advice. And there is avenues out there, like, hey, we'll pay you to help you go through classes and everything, which is awesome and great. That is a great avenue, because that is detailed coursework, detailed, in-depth personalization that can help you grow your content. But some people don't have that financial stability or available finances available to do that. So here, my belief is hearing stories of successful people who have gone through struggles, who have gone through different contents. Like, for example, Cass was, God, you were huge on Twitch to me, because like I have 300 followers, and like I'd go into her stream and she's got like 40 people watching, and she's like, yeah, watch your marble go. And I'm like, dude, my marble's going. But now she's shifting her content. She took a huge leap and is now on TikTok and YouTube as an ASMRist. Or do you pronounce it ASMRist or ASM like artist?
Yeah, ASM artist. So it's like artist.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Just to confuse everybody.
Yeah, so she took a big leap, and when I was thinking and kind of running this idea by people, like, hey, I want to do like an event to kind of host and talk to people about streaming and what they've done, Cass's story stood out to me big time, because you have this woman who has tried so hard to build a community, work hard, and just have a great old time in her chat. And then is like, you know what? I really want to try something that I've been passionate about. And she took it and she's rolling with it. I do have a command set up. Cass, if you can hit it, it's exclamation point Cass ASMR. It's going to drop her TikTok link in the chat. So, guys, first and foremost, go follow her on TikTok. She's got some great content in there. Yeah. See, I put that in there. I made sure to put that in there today. If you guys, I do apologize if you hear me go quiet or tell Cass that I'm stepping away for a moment. It's because my kid needs my attention. He is asleep literally 5 feet behind me in his bedroom. But Cass, in a few moments, I'm going to hand it over to Cass, let her kind of tell you who she is, where she's came from, you know, any struggles that she has came across, and really see if it kind of helps with you. If you guys have any questions, type it in the chat. Cass is going to talk, and like we're all going to kind of go back and forth about trying to field questions. Indecisive attention is in there to help field questions as well. If I'm not engaging with the chat reads, I do apologize. I will try to engage with you guys as Cass is talking. So I appreciate everybody that's followed. El Chivo, first-time viewer, thank you for coming in. I know you're here to see that wonderful face of Cass. So thanks for coming in. Welcome in. Enjoy. Undead Dream, we're looking forward to your event tomorrow. Yeah, wouldn't miss this. I appreciate that. So one of the things that Cass is really going to touch on is community. Communities are a big part of how streamers stay relevant and basically stay in the loop, I guess you could say, Cass. You know, if you don't have a great community that is supportive of you, it's basically toxic to your content. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I started with 18 people in my Discord back in April, and there's 67 in there plus 3 bots. First time chat from Shot by, am I pronouncing that? Oh, Shot by a Monk. Why are you getting shot by a monk? And I bet that candle smells nice. Oh, you know what? I didn't even notice that was a candle on your desk, Cass.
Yeah, got my little candle, got my little, that's my new little ASMR setup, my scrapbooking setup over there.
Because Monkey was taken, you just took out the E. Nice, nice. Well, welcome in, Shot by a Monk. Well, I appreciate you coming in. Oh, Mechanics bot just jumped in, sorry. Yeah, if you're not in the Commandalorian's Discord, Cass is in that Discord with us. So if you want to come in, have a good old time with us, we like to say some really off-the-wall stuff. And that's where my community I really love is we like to banter with each other. And my community, I didn't think that I was going to be able to do that. Like, I've seen communities where people just come in and I guess you could say like use you for a follow or a support for support. And this is one thing that I fully support being against. Cass will kind of touch it as she gets in there too. Guys, if you're trying to grow your stream, you're trying to improve your stream, I can tell you personally, and I know Cass is going to touch on it too, doing a follow group, event, paying for it, or support for support, it's not a viable source. It really isn't. Following for following is not a way to create and maintain a constant viewership and community, because those people are just coming in to drop a number on your page, not a friendship, not a, like, you're not getting to know those people because they might not they might not come into your stream and hang out and get to know you because they just wanted to get that number up for you and get their number up for them. And I'm firmly against that. I've seen so many people be like, dude, I got this many followers, I got this many, subscriptions and stuff. And then 2 weeks later, their viewership has like dropped. And they're like, man, I don't know why my chat's dead. Like, I don't understand what's going on, and it really hurts your community and your growth when you're not having that return because you haven't spent the time to get to know somebody in chat, and they're not doing the same for you. So if you're out there and like, hey, you follow me, I'll follow you. I go into chats and I'll follow people. Like I was in Cass's chat when she was streaming, and I'd see somebody and I'm like, hey, this person looks pretty cool. I'll follow them. Do I ever expect somebody to follow me back? Not even in the slightest. I really don't. Like if I follow you, it's because I want to sometime come into your chat, hang out, and say, I did not miss that, Water Ninny. Did you just resubscribe for 2 months to this fluffy nerd? What is up, dude? Thank you for that. I appreciate that. How you doing, Water Ninny? Yeah, and I am Shreddies. You're 100% right. I prefer 10 chatters in my chat versus 10K followers. Because the 10K followers is just a number. That doesn't get you anything other than, hey, he's got 10K followers. You got 10 chatters constantly chatting back and forth in your chat. It's insane what your community can do and how it can grow by that. Especially like your mods. If you have a mod on your channel, the way the mods engage your community is another thing. Like, they are essentially the first person to really touch your channel or touch people coming into your channel, because if you're playing a game and you're kind of focused, you might miss that first time chatter for a minute, but your mods will jump straight on it. Like, hey, like right now, Indecisive is going nuts for me, and that's what she does. Cass is a recent mod for us because I've been talking to her, and by the way, congrats on that, Cass.
Thank you.
But yeah, so back to I drift off sometimes, so I apologize. Back to the follow for follow, share for share, and support for support and communities. You got to be who you are, because your community will resonate with that. Like me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous as fuck right now because I just started streaming recently, and this has never been something I thought I would be able to do. It's been a change for me, and be able to talk to people in an audience is great. But I engage my community. Indecisive. Has it really been 3 months? Holy fuck. Cass, you want to touch on that real quick that I just read?
About the mods.
Yeah, go ahead.
When,
Go ahead and touch on that.
A lot of people probably saw me mod. In fact, I think I was a mod for most of the people that have come over here from my community. So when I was streaming, I was actually, I think at my peak, I was a mod for 54 channels. So that was all people in my community. Obviously, I ran quite a big community at the time. And there were a lot of new streamers who didn't really know where to start and needed help. And I'm a helper. I've always just wanted to help everybody just do better. And I know I think we'll probably go into more about communities and follow. Like, I wouldn't say they were follow for follow. They were more support for support communities. I'm not going to sit here and say that they weren't. That's how I started. I actually got affiliate pretty much by myself when I started streaming. Wait, do you want me to go into story now, or just keep rambling, or
yeah, no, I
do
mean,
you
go.
want me to touch on mod stuff?
Yeah, go ahead and start touching into your story, because I'm gonna start trying to read in some of this chat. So chat,
Yeah.
as Cass is talking, I might engage with you if you hear me talk over her. But I'm not. I'm gonna let go of my push to talk so she can't hear me from that side, so I don't interrupt her.
Yeah, and I got chat up as well, guys. So if you have any specific questions, just type them in there. Yeah, tags, Shreddies, Matt. I was mods for all those guys. So I started off streaming just over a year ago now. I just had my 1 year on Twitch, although obviously I didn't celebrate it because I wasn't streaming at the time, or I'm not streaming at the moment. And I used to play great games regularly with some of my IRL friends. We used to play horror games all the time, and we sort of were like, oh, you should totally stream. Like, you know, you're funny, your reactions are funny when you're playing these horror games, and you've just got the personality for it. And I was like, what the hell, give it a go. Went and spent $3,000 on a PC and started streaming because my laptop couldn't handle it. That was, gosh, I think the first time when I started streaming, I was Cassie Ann Cross. I had my full name was my Twitch handle. People know that's fine. And then we were like, oh, maybe it shouldn't be your full government name, so let's change it. And we changed it to Miss Cassie, and that sort of held for a bit. But because I was playing games with my IRL friends, you know, they would pull me up and have the stream on while we were playing, and I had a couple of other friends that would pull it up. So I got affiliate pretty quickly. Towards the end of that first week of streaming, I did join a support for support community. They ran raid trains and such. I could never really be on them because obviously for time zones it's really hard for me. A lot of these communities are American communities or British communities, and I obviously work a 9 to 5 job here in Australia. So you know, their evenings and the times that people would stream or be available to watch people stream, I was actually working my 9 to 5 job, which I'm lucky I work from home and have done since I started streaming. So I've always been able to, um, you know, have my laptop, my work computer, and my actual PC, and have people up and mod channels whilst I would work. And, you know, it was really crazy. Like, that was my life. I was working 9 to 5 in real estate, you know, in accounts, trust accounting, like, you know, not just a piss easy job. And I'm also modding 54 channels for people in my community. I was a mod, pretty quickly became a mod in my first community that I was in. And I was, you know, running raid trains and stuff like that. Um, and, you know, that was just how it worked. That's just how people did it. People wanted affiliate that bad, and they jumped on those trains. And, you know, they weren't all that bad. I've met a lot of people in those communities, and regardless of all the talk, I know we touched on it before, all the current talk and negativity and stigma around, you know, these communities and stream teams and everything like that. Okay, yeah, they can be viewed as support for support teams, and yeah, people tab people up and whatnot. But I don't even stream anymore, and I still go to a lot of these streams because they're my friends. I first and foremost support them as my friend, just like I would an IRL friend if, you know, they played football or soccer and I went and watched their games on the weekend every weekend. I feel like just because they're online, and just because, you know, you may or may not be a streamer as well, you still support your online friends like you support your real life friends. So, you know, yeah, okay, when you've got a leader of a team, and, you know, a lot of people know that I was pretty much a leader of my most recent community that I left. And that community was my life. Like, you can ask any of the people in chat that know me, like, I every waking moment, and there was a lot of them because I barely slept because of the time zone difference, I was dedicating every single minute of my time to that community. And yeah, I got a lot back from it because I did run a lot of that community. But I also had, you know, Cassie's classroom in there where I, you know, would review people's channels and help them understand social medias. A lot of them were only on Twitch. They didn't have Instagram and Twitter and all these other ways of getting out there and getting themselves out there. And I would help them with that. And I would help them set up their cameras better and to help, like, and so I did want to give back to people. That was my main aim of being in those communities, was to give to people. I then found my avenue not long after I started streaming with Marbles, and that was my that was my main source of viewership, was that marbles community, and it was a great community, and I really loved streaming marbles. And I met a lot of people doing that, and I got to host a lot of cool events like Marble Fest and Marbles World Tour. And for Marble Fest, I think, what did we have, Trey? 450 viewers maybe in Marble Fest. And so that was my main avenue for streaming, and that's how I got my numbers where I did. Like, eventually I got to the point where I was able to apply for partner not long after Marble Fest, because that really boosted my numbers and my average was 84. But those focusing on one, it was sort of a bit of a detriment. I really loved marbles, but as soon as I played something or did something that wasn't marbles, then my viewership plummeted. And I actually really struggled with that, because I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but I get to a level and I just keep, I want to push. Anyone would be disappointed if you're sitting there on an average of 84. And then what happened with me, which was my sort of fall and decision to leave, was I wanted to pull away a bit from doing marbles, and I did. And, my numbers really plummeted, and that was hard for me. I know a lot of people say it's not about the numbers. You can sit there and preach that as much as you like, but in the end, it's disappointing. Like, you can't sit here and say, oh, it's not about the numbers, turn your viewership off and blah blah blah. It still makes it hard, and that was, I guess, my downfall of limiting myself to marbles every single stream. And then
Yo, welcome in,
wanting
Ricky
to pull away
Fontaine.
from that a little bit.
How you doing?
Just not reaching where I did.
Cass,
that and along
Cass, you mind if I touch on that real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so like she was talking about with trying to change games, I've seen that a lot with different streamers that I've jumped into either their discords or their chat and watching them. So like a lot of people like that I have followed or have seen apart, they're big Warzone streamers. They're like, I only stream Warzone, or I only stream Apex, I only stream Fortnite, and like it's great. But when they try to switch games and like, hey, I kind of want to play Rocket League today, or I want to play Destiny, the viewership plummets, and you're lying to yourself if you're going to tell yourself that that doesn't hurt you. Like, yes, I have my viewer count turned off only because I'm not striving for a number at the moment, because I just recently hit affiliate. I have, by the way, guys, we hit 300 followers just now. So
Yes, good job.
yeah, thank you. I don't have a big button that goes, "Meow, meow, meow, meow," but I can do it myself. So there. So thank you for all the follows, guys. I appreciate that. But I have 300 followers, so I know that a partner push at the moment is kind of out of reach. So I don't care about the number. I want to care about my content and my community. So I turn it off. But I still have a way to see my viewership. And yeah, that number still eats at you when you're like, hey, I know I usually have like 10 people in here. And you look and it's like, well, shit, there's only 3. Like, it gets to you no matter the difference. And when you try to change games, you're going to see where, like, it's honestly going to show you where your really dedicated community is, because people don't come to your stream for the game. I'll be honest with you. They come for you.
100%. And
Yeah.
I used to preach that so much, because obviously my community that I was recently in was heavily based around Warzone. And a lot of people would say to me, Cass, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? And I'm like, go and look how many people are playing Warzone right now. The Twitch is already so heavily saturated with affiliate streamers, and 90% of them are playing Warzone. And it's so hard to tell people that, you need to mix it up, try something different, because unless you are an absolute god at Warzone, or you can it sort of touches on support for support stuff again. You know, you see these really, really, really big Warzone streamers and stuff like that. And I'm actually in another community that I'm really fond of. And, you know, he streams, he's a partnered streamer, and he is actually really good friends with a lot of like up there streamers. I'm talking people who stream to over 10,000 people a day. And, you know, although it's not support for support, like they all those partners sort of raid within each other, and that's fine. But, you know, their communities sort of intertwine. So the people in his community are also in these other big streamers' communities. And what I really love about his community is that everyone in his community, in his chat, they're not streamers. They're viewers. And I've, you know, grown in this streaming community with, you know, 90% of my viewership being streamers, because that's what I have sought out in these communities, thinking that that's how it's meant to be, but it's not. These top streamers aren't being watched by other streamers. They're being watched by viewers who go there to watch them. And that's one thing I've really sort of delved into and learned since I've stopped streaming, when I've actually been going to these bigger streamers communities, and I've been seeing, you know, how they work and going in their discords and interacting with them. And I've made some really, really good connections like I have in these streaming communities. But with these people that aren't streamers, and we're not talking about streams, and we're not talking about numbers, and we're not talking about what we all need to do to get better. And it's so different. These communities that aren't streamer based are so different, and I envy his community. It's amazing, and I would love to have something like that one day. But I've really learned stepping back that there's completely two separate things.
Yo,
Like this
Muffin.
community streaming side that we're in, you know, on Twitch and Instagram and all that stuff. It's, regardless of how we sit here and say that, you know, it's not support for support, it's not follow for follow, there still is a little bit of that. When you compare yourself, or compare sort of our larger community, which is all these stream teams and, you know, all these smaller streamers, when you compare it to, you know, the big up there streamers that stream to big numbers, big partner streamers, you know, they don't post their going lives all over social medias. They don't need to. They've got viewers who know their schedules off by heart. And they've got viewers who, you know, as soon as they hit that live button, they're in there, and they're there for the whole stream, and they're interacting and they're talking. So regardless of sort of how we look at it, we've all grown up in this. I'd say grown up. We've all grown our Twitch community, our Twitch lives, with a lot of us starting in those communities, and we're still going to have a bit of that, you know, support each other sort of stuff. Like, you know, I support you, and you know, support me and share my TikToks and come and view them and give them a like and give them a share. You know, is that not, are people not going to sit here and still say that's support for support? But whereas we're just friends who are helping each other, or I'm here speaking with you and sharing my advice with, you know, the community or whoever's tuning in to watch, I'm still supporting you because you're my friend, and I care about this community, and I want to share what I've gone through.
Yeah, see where that actually
It's like, where's the line drawn?
Where that actually happens is like supports for support is, a lot of people think that just because, like, say Cass and I didn't have a lot of interactions in the beginning while she was still streaming to Twitch. Like, I jumped into her stream a few times. She kind of found out who I was, and I think she jumped into a couple of my streams before I was affiliate to help me get to affiliate. But we never really like knew each other or talked much. And since her content shift, um, her and I have really connected and really talked a lot more. And she took a chance on getting to know me and supporting me in the way that she can. Support for support is, hey, I give you a sub or a bit, you give me a sub and a bit. My support to Cass is, you got a video up, I'm going to help you. I'm going to put a like on that because I support you and I believe in your content and I like your content and I want you to grow, because seeing you grow and seeing you do good makes me want to do good. And do I expect her to come in and do the same stuff for me? No, I don't expect it, because that's where the support for support comes in. I do the things I want to do. I follow, like posts, share things because that's what I choose to do. I don't expect somebody to come in. Like, for example, Water Ninny and Indecisive resubbing today. I don't expect you guys to do that. I don't expect anybody to come into my channel and sub and drop bits. Is it nice? Yeah, it's nice. It's a great thing to do and a great thing to have. But I will never sit. I am against putting in my like my stream title. Hey, I'm gonna come lovely with subs. Like, put these subs in my chat. Or I don't want to do that. Like, if you want to sub to me, that's your choice. And, if I sub to you, that was my choice. But I don't expect you to come in and sub to me or drop bits. And if I drop a donation in your channel, God, I would love to just drop a huge donation in somebody's channel and change their life. But I do not expect you to come back and do the same to me. That's not how I operate. And that shouldn't be how you build your community. You should build your community around trust, love, and growth, because as you do that, you'll run into people who want to support you and want to watch you grow and have that capability. Support is more than just finances and like going and clicking buttons for each other. It's being there for one another. Like, hey, I can't drop $600 on a donation to help you get something that you really want. It is, I can watch you and pull your stream up, engage with your chat, have a good time in that chat. That's what I can provide. I can lurk in your chat while I'm going to clean my kitchen to help you with that viewership. Don't be mad at lurks. If somebody wants to lurk in your chat, it's because they do want to support you, but they also have other stuff to do. But they're taking their time to pull up your stream and put it there for you and leave it up so that you can grow your channel. Don't be mad about that. Thank you, Undead Dream. Hosting is a huge thing. I know he jumped in. Talking Muffin jumped into the chat. That is one thing I've learned how critical hosting is for Twitch streamers. Talking Muffin I think he was averaging low numbers a while back, and as he started to grow, the more he hosts, he talks about it, and he's gone almost every time he streams. He's on the recommended page because every time he's like, "Hey guys, it's what I think he says it's free 99." And as soon as he does that, like you get like 2 to 3, maybe 4 every time he does that, that host up. And when they host up, like, he's getting people into his stream, following, enjoying the content and all that just by a host, just by clicking that single
100%.
button. Yeah, and that's a big
Oh,
way
I
you can
used to
support
find
somebody.
myself when I was playing marbles, I was in recommended. Most of my streams I was in the recommended channel, and that's because, yeah, you guys, you ask for them. Everyone in chat now host and then put in chat that you've done it. You have to, guys. Don't ever be afraid to ask your chat to host you. It is so simple for them to do. Make a host command. If you need help making a host command, I'm happy to help you to do that. It's really, really important to people to do that. It makes and yeah, you've got like your little channel point redeem. I love that for people hosting. There's also I've done a bit of research, and I know a lot of people like Matt and I used to talk a lot because I used to. I'm a huge researcher, I guess, coming from my accounting background and stuff like that, and research is like so important to me, and I did so much so much research on Twitch and algorithms and across all social platforms, and how everything works and how to get on that recommended list and how to network effectively and stuff like that. And again, you can, people can pull that networking phrase into support for support bullshit, whatever. Networking is still really, really important as far as I'm concerned. Who you read is really important as far as I'm concerned. But so go this.
No, I
Hosting
get,
is really important.
You're good. I get where you go with it. Like, so the hosting and all of that is important because in networking is not a follow for follow or a support for support. Networking is the goal of networking should be going in and making new friends, making new connections. That's what
100%.
networking is.
Yeah.
If you go into networking and think, like, you also got to think about how you want your Twitch channel to be. Do you want it to be a business and grow and get as much out of it as you can and reach as much of an audience as you can? Or do you want it to be like a hobby? Once you figure out which one you're wanting to do, where your targets are, you can set your goals, you can set what you're doing. We're going to touch a couple things here that I noticed. So Ricky Fontaine, he said, wait, I missed the take on lurking. So lurking is, don't be mad if somebody says they're lurking in your chat. Like, that means that they're taking the time to open up your chat and leave your channel up and leave your stream running because they do want to support you, but they have something to do. Like, they've got to clean their house, they've got to take care of their kid, they got to wash their car, they got to go run errands, everything like that. So lurking is a good thing, and it helps you maintain that viewership that maybe you were really wanting to see. So don't ever be mad about a lurk. Cass lurks in my streams a lot. Talking Muffin does too, but I also know that they're super busy. Cass's time zone is way different than mine. I am sitting at 11 o'clock at night. So she's in broad daylight, as you can see in her video. So if she's lurking, it's because she's got stuff to do. Like, well, a butt spot. I swear to God, the butt spot sometimes.
Has a mind of its own.
Yeah. So that's the take on lurking. Hosting is the best tool Twitch gives you for discoverability next to rating. Perfectly. That's 100% correct. Rating is. Some people frown upon the rating or don't know how to do it or don't care to do it. Every time you end a stream, if you stream for 5 minutes, if you stream for 5 hours, if you've got one viewer, if you've got 500 viewers, doesn't matter. Raid off your stream, because what you're doing is you're trusting that community to go to another community, and you're trusting that streamer to take care of whoever was watching your stream. And what that does is that also supports other streamers too, because I wouldn't have met some of the other people that I have if I didn't get rated off into their streams. And you might come across somebody that has some amazing content and has an amazing personality that, holy crap, if I hadn't been rated into them, I never would have noticed. Networking should also not carry a negative connotation. Most people network in their professional jobs. Intention is the factor that needs to be evaluated. Yes, very, very true. Like, if you're networking to just, okay, so I'm going to give you a story. I'll give a quick story on incorrect networking. So when I networked to meet good people, meet good friends. Yes, my target was to grow my Twitch channel, but that in the end, that is all of our targets. That when you're streaming, your target is to grow your channel. As I started networking more, I found so many connections, like, with good human beings, good conversations, supportive people. Like, I told people, hey, I'm going through some shit right now. I'm sorry I haven't been able to chat, or I got to go. And they're just very supportive. Like, hey man, don't worry about it. We understand. Take care of what you need to, you want to talk, we're here. But then I ran into a negative network. So I recently I like to help people, and I want to help people grow their averages, get to affiliate, grow to partner, whatever their goal may be. I had a person reach out to me and try to ask for help, and I went to help that person. Ever since I have helped that person and that person has hit affiliate, that person has disappeared 100% from the community, from the streams, from people that I have networked that person with, just gone. And to me, that is incorrect networking because you spent the time to try and get to know people, to get to know my community that I've tried to build. And then we helped you and supported you because we believed in you and wanted you to grow. And then you dropped us at the hat of a dime because you hit your goal. Like, that's not what a community is. That's not what networking is. If that's your goal, then that's your goal. But don't take advantage of us. Don't take advantage of us. I think that's what I was trying to say.
And it's so common. The affiliate stuff, especially if you, I remember when I used to try and build the communities I was in, and you'd easily be able to just jump on Facebook, and there's so many pages on Facebook of, affiliate and beyond, and all these get affiliate pages where there's just people that are doing follow for follow trains, and communities out there trying to get people to come in and join so that they can help them get affiliate. And I've seen it in the communities I've been in and that I've built. People come in and you help them, and share their lives and ask people to go and tab them up or whatever so that you can help them reach their goal. And they get it, and then they disappear, and you never see them again. Which it's common. It's a roundabout. People hit that, and then that's as far as they're ever going to go, and then that was all they were aiming for, and then they leave, and they don't grow any further, and they drop off Twitch, and that comes with the oversaturation of it and the amount of accounts there are on streams. Personally, I think that if there's an affiliate account, and the person hasn't streamed in 6 months, I think that account should just be closed, and they'd have to start again, because at the moment the oversaturation on Twitch is just completely insane.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. If I'm sorry, I'm reading Ricky Fontaine's. People's actions don't change because they're on the computer. A POS in person is the same as a POS on the internet. 100%. That also kind of pulls me into the next subject. Be who you like. Be you. Like, don't try to be somebody else. I am fully admit every time in stream somebody, like, I had an argument with somebody at my job the other day because he challenged. He's like, dude, 1v1 me in MW2, and I'm like, dude, I don't do that crap. Like, I believe that people who do 1v1s are usually the one. Like, if you go out of your way and say that, to me, I think you have a trash game. And he's like, well, you saying I'm trash at the game? I said, well, do you see me walking around telling people to 1v1 me? He goes, yeah, that's probably because you're not good at it. I said, no, it's because I never claimed to be good at it. Like, every game I play, I never claim to be the best. I never claim to be a competitive gamer. I play games because I love video games. That's me. I make really stupid sounds when I play my video games. I've had my wife literally look at me like I was the stupidest person alive with the sounds that I've made. But that's who I am. I can intimidate voices. I think Southern Man, I don't know if he's still in here right now watching, because I know he had he said he wasn't going to be able to stay long. But he came in one time, and I literally was making voices. Like, I was saying certain things, and he's like, dude, do you have a voice? Oh, yeah, see, Southern Man's here. Hey, Drew, glad you can make it, man. You didn't miss too much, and plus the video on demand will always be up, and I'll be trimming that up to try and post on TikTok and everything. But yeah, so Southern Man came in, and he's like, bro, do you have one of those like Stream Decks or Geo LXRs, I think they are. He's like, because I can't believe those voices, like, you've got to have a voice mod. I'm like, no, that's 100% me. I think it was like I was doing Kermit the Frog, just talking in Fortnite, and Yoda. I got so many different voices that I can do. I make I've screamed. I'm not gonna lie, I've had the shit scared out of me, and I've screamed like a little girl. But I'm not afraid to admit it. That's who I am. I am who I don't try to change who I am on stream. And if you try to be somebody else on stream, people will see that. and they'll see you and they'll flip like crazy. Sorry, that was a lot of chat just then. Oh,
That's okay.
but there is so much that comes into supporting your community. Like, I love the people that I have in my community in my Discord. Like, yeah, there's some people that don't chat. There's some people that do chat. There's some people that chat all the time. You're going to get that in any community that you build. And I've heard some streamers talk about this, like Discords. Everybody makes a Discord. Everybody makes a Discord. Yeah, it 100% happens. Like, I'm not going to lie. If I slide my screen over, you will see that I have folders set up because there's 12 Discords that I don't touch, just from random low Discords that don't have any action on them to Discords that I post in to my Discord. So there's Discords that I'm active in. There's Discords that I might not get to for a while. I join Discords, yes, but am I fully active? Sometimes I'm not. Everybody wants a Discord, but you got to know what you're making that Discord for. If you're making that Discord and it's just you and two other people just chatting, that's fine. But if you're doing it to try and build a community, you need to set that Discord up for that. Like, I have an automated message that goes out. I screwed up and it was going out at like 8 p.m. and I say good morning all the time. Like, that's my thing. Like, it'll be 7 at night and somebody will be like, "Yo, what's up?" And I'm like, "Good morning." Like, that's just what I do. So my automated message was coming in at 8 at night, and my best
It
friend
was
and
the right
somebody,
time for me though, so
yeah,
it was fine.
yeah. See, well, my best friend looked at me and he's like, you need to change that crap. So I finally found a way to change it. But every morning it just comes in and it says, "Hey, good morning, Commandalorians." Which, by the way, that was a stroke of fucking genius on my part. I don't know how it came up. Just randomly one day, I decided my community and this community that I am building is going to be called the Commandalorians. I love Star Wars. I know I don't have a video, like I don't have a cam right now, but literally my right arm is tatted up with all Star Wars stuff. I've got Halo tattoos as well. Like, Star Wars, my son's name is Anakin. Like, if you don't know how much I love Star Wars, my son's name is Anakin. So that should tell you all you need to know. Um, I went on a tangent there and I started to drift. Let me get back on it. Hold up. I forgot where I was going with that. Holy shit! Sorry.
I don't know. Discord suck, and I
Yes.
hate Discord, but it needs to be part of your life if you're a streamer. So you just need to deal with it. But yeah, do not let it take over your life, because I did, and it was really part of so much stress for me when I was a streamer running a Discord community. You really need to know when to pull it back, and yeah, that really, it damaged me. Discord did.
Yeah, Discord can be very damaging. But it's the same as, like, if you're spending too much time in Twitch. So, biggest thing about being a streamer or trying to be a streamer is your personal life. You think that, oh my god, if I don't stream tonight, my community is gonna hate me. I've seen this so many times. Your community's not gonna hate you. Your personal life should always come first. If you have to take care of something, take care of it. Just, hey guys, can't stream tonight. I got this going on. We'll pick back up on this day. Your community will understand. And if they don't understand, they're following you for the wrong reason. Because, like, for example, this past month, my wife's birthday was last month. And I wanted to make sure she had a great birthday. So I went into a little bit of backwards debt to make sure she had a great birthday. Coming out of that, I needed to try and make some of that debt back up. So I've been working a second job coming out of my normal job with I've been door dashing. So I haven't been on as much. And that hurt me, but I also knew, like, as I talked to my community and I posted in Discord, I'm like, hey guys, I'm so sorry that, oh shit, that was an oxymoron. Backwards debt. Sorry. You're right on Dead Dream. Thank you very much. I went, my money went backwards into debt. Is probably how I should have worded that. Thank you very much. The right community won't hate you. Those who do hate you for missing a day are people who probably don't belong in the tribe. Well said, Drew. Well said. But so as I posted that, the people I'm connected with, hey, don't worry about it, man. We understand. We understand. Do what you need to do. And because reality for me is streaming doesn't generate enough revenue for me to be like, hey, I can stream 5 days a week and miss work and be fine. It doesn't do that. So I know that I need to make my money because money is the way of the world. It is. So I've had to make that up, but my community has been very supportive of that. The first stream I came back to, I didn't plan it. I didn't say, hey, we're going back on this day. This is what's going to happen. I literally came back, and I think we averaged like 6 or 7 viewers that night, just bullshitting around on Fall Guys. Like, I never thought I'd get 7 viewers on Fall Guys, uh, just because the last time I played Fall Guys, I had like 2 viewers. Um, and like for me, I love watching my friends grow. Like, it also makes me set a goal. Like, the shit Cass was able to do when she was streaming to Twitch, that is 100%. Like, I would love to have 400 viewers in here for a big event and be like, holy shit, that's a monster thing. The other one I got to celebrate is the other Indecisive. She hit affiliate last month, and ever since she hit affiliate and she's been doing her streams and all that, she averages great viewership. She engages her chat, and her chat has taken care of her. Like, that's the kind of goals that we have, and that's the goals that I have. But I have different content, and not everybody's content is the same. Not every viewership is the same. Like, I can't walk into somebody else, like, for example, Indecisive's chat is almost identical to mine. Like, my community and her community, almost identical when we're talking back and forth. And you got to know, and I know Cass kind of feels great on this subject too. You got to know when somebody is crossing a line and be able to put that hammer down when somebody's crossing that line. We did, like, for example, I had somebody from my community doing something that they maybe shouldn't have been doing, and reaching out to, like, they were personally reaching out across multiple discords probably, and posting personal links and saying, hey, come join this, come join this. I understand that because you're trying to promo like your own stuff, but like Cass messaged me and said, hey, how do you feel about this? Like, this is how I would feel about it. And we went back and forth for a minute, and she just goes, look, I don't know who you are, so I'm not gonna follow you because I don't follow and support somebody I don't know. And that kind of hit hard with me because it's true. Like, I'm not joining you and supporting you just because you dropped me a link. Like, if I'm doing it, it's because I support you and I want to be there and watch you grow. Um, and yes, having one good viewer is worth it. But if they're starting shit, set boundaries. Yes, like I think Muffin said it good, and Formidable has said it too. You never know who's lurking in your chat, and in today's world, you have to be. You're walking on eggshells every time you hit the go live button, because if you're trying to grow and you never know who's watching in your chat, if one chatter is toxic and creates this bad toxic aura, the person that could be in your chat that is trying to help you grow is going to leave, and then you just lost that opportunity because of toxicity. And you don't want that toxicity to destroy your community and destroy what you're working on, because in the end, Twitch is not an easy thing. Like, streaming is not easy. It is not something that you can just pick up and be like, holy shit, yes, I'm doing this, I'm doing it. It is a lot of background work and a lot of different things. Like, I'm not going to lie, I'm still trying to grasp TikTok and get that working. So that's that's an avenue I'm working on exploring. Cass has been doing phenomenal with it, and what she does, like I appreciate what she does with me because I do want to support her on that. She sends me a personal message with that post and just sends it to me, and then I go in, I watch it, and I tag it, and I like it, and I shouted her out in my own Discord when she started it, and I'm like, yo guys, go follow this, like go support her, and that is where the support really hits, is when you are buying into each other because you want to see each other succeed. I would love to, like, okay, for example, Sweet Tails. Everybody knows who Sweet Tails is. Like, that is one of the biggest names on Twitch. She is an amazing content creator. She does some crazy things, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous. I jumped into her chat the other day, just hanging out. This woman, one, can sing like a motherfucker. Um, number
She's just
two,
fun though. Like she's
yeah,
just fun.
she has a
Like
great
you sit there
personality.
and watch her streams and you feel like you're just in a room with her, just being dorky with a friend. And
Yeah,
yeah, she's a wonderful streamer.
yeah, and she does so great, and like, uh, welcome in, Swan. You about to fight the chat again? Is that what's going on here? But I jumped into her chat and I was just chilling, and yeah, I got a little jealous because her chat was blowing up so hard that just in that one stream she had over 1,000 subs, and I think she was about to break 10,000 for the month. That shit blew my mind because she has created something so special with her community and grown such a crazy support for her just by being herself. Like, hell, there was one stream, I don't know if it was her boyfriend, husband, or friend, or dad, or somebody came in a Batman costume, and she straight played it up. Like, yeah, I'm jealous of what she can do, but I know what I am capable. I know who I am. Like, if you've known me for a long time, which Ghost Mouse, you'll see him float in from the chat here and there. I, I've known him for 15 years. He's my best friend in real life, like in real life, not on Twitch. But I've always said you can't make fun of me more than I make fun of myself. Like, hell, I call myself the fluffy man on when you host me. Like, I'm not a skinny dude. I've got a little extra loving. But I own who I am, and I own what I'm able to create. I know where I'm at. I know what my goals are. And yes, I did get a little jealous because fuck, that is amazing. That is an amazing goal that one day I would love to get there. But back, like, going into it, she created a community. It took her a while. Like, she didn't just jump on Twitch and within months she's got 10 million views. Like, no, she has been working for a long time and building in the background, building that community to where she can get to the point where she is. Stone Mountain, the top Facebook gamer, is the same thing. Like, that man has worked hard. Like, his first videos that went viral, if I remember correctly, was literally just him going, "It's your CEO, Stone Mountain," like, and he was just doing those little clips, and then he blew up, and now he's the biggest
Yeah.
Facebook partner.
So what I've noticed a lot, especially again since I've sort of pulled back from Twitch and I've sort of delved into the world of TikTok and YouTube, a lot of these big streamers, they didn't start on TikTok. I mean, they didn't start on Twitch. Twitch wasn't their first avenue, and that is, seemingly seems to be the way for a lot of these big streamers. They start on TikTok or YouTube, and then they start streaming on Twitch, and that's where they bring their community over because their community wants to get to know them more on more of a personal level rather than just seeing recorded content. They then go to Twitch because they can now interact with this person who they've become a fan of or a follower of. And that's how a lot of these big time streamers that pull these big numbers, they've built their community outside of Twitch, and then they bring them over. And yet that seems to be the way for a lot of these streamers. I didn't actually even realize until I did step more into the world of TikTok and YouTube, and I started talking to bigger streamers, and I started joining their communities as a viewer and not a streamer. And I've really learned that it doesn't start on Twitch. It just doesn't. You really need to be on these other platforms, and they need to be where you're posting every day, and then you're streaming on Twitch a couple of times a week to have that engagement with your fan base. But your major content needs to be pushed along those platforms, which is hard. Like I got stuck into it at the beginning, and I was getting 3 or so videos out a week, and I've even posted one this week because editing is bloody hard. It's hard, guys. Don't think that it's easy, because it's not. I guess, I'm saying that, but I'm recording a 45 to 1 hour long video. I am then editing it down for YouTube to between 15 minutes and half an hour. And then I'm editing it again to 59 seconds for TikTok and YouTube shorts. And it takes a long time. Like, it's no joke. And people said that editing is hard, but it's really hard. It was all right at the beginning because I was all excited and wanted to get all my content out there. But yeah, editing, and that's why, I don't know if you guys have seen my recent video, that's why my book has gone from being this size to being like this size, because I don't have to edit much.
Yeah, editing it takes a lot because you have to record a lot of content, and then you have to manipulate it. And when you're manipulating it, like, you're not just like, ooh, let me get this part out, let me get this part out, let me get this part out, because then I got to make it to 5 minutes or whatever your target is. You're also in the back of your head going, okay, if I trim this part out, is this something that people actually want to watch, like, see? Like, if I take this part out, is it going to take away from the content? Is it going to take away from the overall integrity of the video? Yeah, and the experience of it. Like, because you could accidentally clip out something that would be a critical part of that video. So editing is just like, I guess it kind of in comparison to, like, if you're trying to grow Twitch and you're utilizing TikTok and Twitter and Reddit at the same time, and you're making all these different TikToks, because that's a whole nother ball game, because you have to edit the videos as well. So, like, not as difficult, because editing a straight 1 hour long video is way more difficult, because then you've got to make sure the sounds are on point, like, because those are your own sounds. Like, you got to, especially with ASMR, like, you have to make,
like, if I need to listen to it, and if there is, like, my chair, I have a bloody expensive chair, but it makes a fuckload of noise. Like, I don't know if it's meant to, but it is so, like, creaky if I move in it. And so if I'm recording and I shift slightly and it makes this loud crack, I'm then editing and that's all I hear in my video. And so I need to cut that little tiny noise out. And if it's happening during another key point, it's just so frustrating. Or if there's, like, dogs barking, I can hear the crickets at nighttime, because I usually record at night. And you can hear the fucking crickets in the background, and it's just like, really?
Yo, Blackjack,
Like,
thank you
all I
for the
can hear is
follow. I
crickets, or
appreciate
if it
that. Welcome
starts
in, welcome
raining,
in.
I can't record when it's raining because it's so loud. And it's just, I just didn't realize, ASMR is something that I've been watching ASMR since, I can't even remember.
Thank you for the
10
first time
years or
chat,
something
Blackjack.
crazy. ASMR's always been part of my life. And you watch these videos and you take them for granted. You don't really realize how much actually goes into editing and producing these videos until you've got to do it yourself.
Yeah, agreed.
And
And
so, yeah, I really, really realized that. And, I probably picked a bit of a, it's not like I'm just uploading my VODs, or I'm uploading just gameplay and I can just cut it here and there. I'm, you know, doing the task, doing the scrap, which I love. I love scrapbooking. I've always been a crafty, artsy sort of person. You know, that's always been me. I've always liked that sort of stuff.
So Wingers is asking, so what are your views on goals? Uh, so I'll hit that for a minute. So goals are important. Whether it be like, for example, Twitch goals. The first Twitch goal you ever think about is hitting affiliate, and there's, if I remember right, there's there's four goals for that. The easiest one to hit is streaming for a certain amount of days or a certain amount of times. Then it's a certain amount of hours. That's the next one. The next hardest one is gaining 50 followers. You got to gain the right 50 followers, because if you do a follow for follow and you get 50 followers, great, you hit 50, but then you're missing the last critical piece of that goal, which is 3 concurrent average viewers. So goals are important, like very important, but don't set goals for yourself that are out of reach by what you have. Like, for example, my long-term goal is I want to hit Twitch partner one day. I want to make a business and a career out of my streaming. That's my long-term goal. But I know right now at this current moment that is not something I can hit. Real quick, I'm gonna say, all right, buddy, I'm gonna crash out. Y'all have doing a fantastic job. Thank you, Southern man. I appreciate you coming in. You have a wonderful evening. I appreciate that positivity, man. Thank you so much. I know that long-term goal is, or that goal's not here. So I got to set short-term goals. Like right now, my goal is to grow my content stronger, to grow my fan base, grow my community, and make new friends, and have a lot of what am I trying to say? A lot of connections of people that can give me advice or be there for me if something goes wrong. Like, I don't know everything. I'm still improving. Like, I am very happy that the stream is going as well as it is, because I have a $300 HP computer from Walmart. That's what I use to project my stream out. My Xbox is currently off, and I'm projecting my display screen. I've taught myself all of this. I am happy that my stream is holding. But I know in order to grow to where I want to go, my small term goal, or one of my small time goals, is I need to upgrade my PC to be able to handle a lot more. But that takes time, that takes money, that takes investments, and that's what growing your stream is setting those small goals to hit a big goal. If your goal is to, hey, I want to make 10 people smile today on my stream, set a command in your bots like, hey, did I make you smile today? Let me know. Because then now you're like, okay, hey, that person told me I made them smile. And you can start tacking that away and be like, oh, fuck, yeah, I hit my goal today. Like, so Undead Dream wants to get a stream deck. That is a damn good goal, because I know those stream decks for streaming is amazing. And you can do so many different things with it. So goals are very important. Find out what your long-term goal is, when you want to hit it, and then set small time goals in between that. Like, if you want to hit something within a year, what can you do in 9 months to get to that goal? What can you do in 6 months to get to that goal? What can you do in 3 months to get to that goal? What can you do next month to get to that goal? What can you do tomorrow to start getting to that goal? That's where you need to line up those goals. And if you don't hit a goal, don't beat yourself up. Like, don't hurt yourself in that, because nobody's perfect. And the algorithms in Twitch, the content, people have personal lives. Your viewership is always going to shift and change day to day, week to week, month to month. It's always going to change. And if you're like, hey, I wanted to hit 10 average viewers this month, well, I only had 9, but your average viewership went up to over the course of the month. Celebrate that. Hey, I didn't hit 10, but dude, I grew my average viewership. Like, that's something to celebrate. You have to celebrate the wins with yourself on those as you go to those goals. And if you're not hitting those goals consistently, reach out. There is people out there that want to help. Like, I met Undead Dream literally the day after, or day or two after I started talking about this event. I knew I've never jumped into his streams, never been a part of his community, and him and I clicked and we're going off one morning just back and forth about different tools you can use, different things that we've encountered together, and I really appreciated that about him. And I didn't even do anything. I didn't pay him to come talk to me. I didn't do anything like that. And that's what I'm saying. Reach out to people. Like, people want to help you, and if they can't help you, they'll either help direct you to the person that can help you, or that, hey, I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry, I can't help you. So don't be afraid to set those goals, and ask somebody if they think it's a good goal for you. Like I can tell you right now, if I walked up to Cass and I'm like, hey Cass, I got a big goal. My goal is I want to have 1,500 followers by the end of next month. Cass is not one to be shy. She's gonna look at me and be like, "Dude, really? Like, how are
I
you gonna
jump
get?"
on those follow for follow trains.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she knows that the reality is 1,500 followers by next month. You're not doing it right, because if you get it and it's done right, great. But that is literally not. That's not an obtainable goal to me. My obtainable goal is I'm at 301 followers. I hit my goal for this month. I wanted to hit 300 followers. Now my next goal is 350. As I get into, like, if I get to 1,000, then it's every 100. Like, set an obtainable goal, and then that's where you can go. I don't know what you want to touch on that, Cass.
Oh yeah, I mean, I probably didn't set I didn't do much goal setting when I was on Twitch, and the same now on YouTube and TikTok. I haven't, because I find that it's too out of my control, and I'm just not someone that works well with that. Whereas I set a lot of goals in my personal life, um, but that sort of stuff's more within my control. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Again, like I mentioned before, with the numbers and stuff like that, I'm um, a bit of a perfectionist, and I do beat myself up if I don't think I'm doing as good as I should be doing. And so I haven't really set as many, and I didn't set as many when I was streaming. But in saying that, like I said, in my personal life, I do use goals a lot, and I do think that they are very important and can work for a lot of different scenarios. But me personally, I didn't want to set them within my streaming avenue, because it was it was too fluid. It fluctuated too much. Um, my numbers, as far as followers and whatnot goes, I think I'm at maybe 2.6K followers at the moment. Um, but a lot of that I got from my marbles community. Um, my followers, and a lot of people sort of said to me, once you hit 1,000 followers, you don't even pay attention to your following numbers anymore, and that's so true. I I remember hitting 1,000 followers on stream, and it was so unexpected. I was not expecting to get to that number um, at that point during that stream, and so it was a really, really big shock to me. I think I got a pretty decent raid when I was streaming, and I got a lot of followers out of that boosted me over 1K during that stream, and it was really emotional, and I cried on stream, and it was a really, really, there might be a couple of people still here that were there for that. It was a really, really big milestone for me. That was probably, I guess you could say that was a goal, because I did have my eye on that, and I was watching for, like, I knew it was going to be happening soon. I was sort of planning what I was going to do when it did happen. Obviously it happened when I wasn't expecting it. So I probably actually preferred it that way, because it was more natural. It wasn't like, okay, I'm at 999 followers, I'm going to stream and I'm guaranteed to get a follow during this stream, and then I'm going to do some sort of thing that's all planned out. It wasn't planned, and sort of after that, that was when I sort of threw the goal sort of thing out the window. Obviously, like most streamers on Twitch that are still affiliate, their following goal, if they're going to keep pushing on the platform, is partner. Whether they announce it or not, you know, that's the goal, I think, for everyone that's doing this.
100% agree.
And I obviously got to that point, and by the time I did get to that point and I put my application in, knowing full well that I wasn't going to get partner on my first application, because my numbers were boosted because of a couple of large raids I had that month. So I knew that was coming, and I knew that because I've, you know, networked with a lot of people who are now partner or have applied a few times and they have been denied. So I knew what was coming. But after getting denied, although I knew that was happening, I was sort of like, okay, well, I've applied for it now. Being partner actually doesn't benefit me at all, apart from putting a tick next to my name. It's not going to increase my viewership being partner. I'm not going to get paid more because they get the same split as affiliates. There might be more opportunities when it comes to sponsorship or being on the front page of Twitch, but not straight away. I'm still going to have to push for that. And I think, you know, I know some people have been like, oh, you know, Cass quit because she didn't get partner or whatever. I didn't stop streaming because I didn't get partner, but it definitely helped me make that decision, because I'm like, okay, I got there, I applied. I've sort of, what now? Like, I keep pushing and keep grinding. I obviously I had other issues going on within the Twitch world, mostly my time zone, and when I had to stream was the main factor for me pulling back. Obviously, my community was based 98% on American viewers, and that's really hard for me to try and contend to being in Australia. I was streaming ridiculous hours with a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday job, with a 2-year-old, with a household to look after, and it just, I hit that spot. I applied for partner. It, you know, I didn't get it, which I knew was going to happen anyway. And then it was sort of like, I felt a weight lifted off my shoulders. I was like, okay, I know I can get there. I've got there. I haven't got the outcome that maybe I was hoping for, but I've achieved what I wanted to achieve in this moment. And right now I need to let myself breathe. I need to take myself out of it. Perhaps try something different, knowing at that point that people had sort of grown from other platforms and then come into Twitch. I was like, why not? Why shouldn't I just try something different? And so that's how I ended up doing that and pulling back from that.
Yeah, and see, and that's you know, that should be powerful information right there, because, you know, partner is a check mark, and there's a lot of benefits to partner from Twitch's side, but like she said, it's when every affiliate is gonna, whether they tell you or not, the next goal is partnership. Like that's gonna be the next goal. But it's not gonna boost your viewers. It's not going to boost your community just because you got that check. There are some added benefits on Twitch's side, but it's not going to change your content, and it shouldn't change your content. Don't let it. Ricky Fontaine had a question of what's customary for bits and gifted subs. So, realistically, everyone will have different opinions on this. My opinion is no matter what you donate, 1 bit, 1,000 bits, 10,000 bits, 1 gifted sub, 2 gifted sub, 50 gifted sub, it doesn't matter. No matter what it is, that is generous, because you're giving you're giving to that content creator because you like what's going on. You like their content. You like the chat, the community that you're a part of. So it's all generous, whether it's 1 bit or more, or 1 gifted sub or more. It doesn't matter what it is, it's generous. There's no such thing, there's no minimum on what's generous for that. If you choose to gift a sub, it's amazing. Like like I said, I'm not doing this event to hope in any way that somebody's gonna come in and be like, dude, 500 gifted subs. No, that's not part of my mentality. My mentality is I want to help people grow. I've talked to plenty of different people, and they've asked me for advice, and this is one way I can help get some advice out on a higher level, because sharing a story of how somebody grew, and how something um, affected them, and how they adapted, how they changed, how they got stronger, that's powerful information. So I'm doing this to get that information out. I stream because I love what I do. I'm not ever asking for somebody to give me money. If you want to give me money, that's on you, and that is generous. If it's 50 cents, if it's 1 cent, if it's $50, it doesn't matter. Like, that literally is amazing. Like, no matter what you do, no matter which way you look at it. And even you just being in the chat, just talking, having a good time with the community, watching the stream, that is generous enough as is. You're taking and giving back something that you can't take back. You can't get time back. And you're choosing that time to spend in the community, in the stream, and that right there is generous enough as is. So if there's a customary donation amount that you're looking for, if you come across a streamer that honestly tells you that they're like, hey, it's customary for you to drop 500 bits, or you have to drop 5 gifted subs, I'm gonna tell you, run. Like, just straight run, because
It's like
they're
follower and subscriber only chat. It's the same concept. I want to know who you are before I follow you. It just baffles me that some people have that. And subscriber chat, I understand if you're going through a hate raid or something like that, then it's a good avenue to whack it on. But why a lot of streamers, or why it's even an option, is just, it's odd to me.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Drew's hitting some good points. Like, think about it. If you have $5 to give out a month, and another person has 100, but only gives out 5, who gave more in that situation? Like, everybody has a way to be generous. Like, I'm not rich. I can't walk in. I would love, like, one of my ultimate goals is to walk into somebody's stream, have a good time, and change their life by dropping 50 gifted. Like, I would love to do that, but I know that I can't do that yet. But everybody that I watch is so appreciative of me just being there. Like, hey, you just hanging out is amazing. And I agree. The follower only chat and the subscriber only chat, I don't like that function, because you're basically saying, if you're not going to pay me, I'm not going to let you chat with my community. And to me, that's bad. Like, I want you to talk with my I want you to talk with my community, because I'm not gonna lie, my community is fucking amazing. I have a small community. I am a small time streamer, but God, do we have some fun. Let me give you an example. I don't remember if you were in the stream that day, Cass, but when I was setting up some new sound alerts, and we came across the chicken. Uh, the first
Bloody
stream I had to.
chicken.
Oh, you can go back and watch the video on demand. It was literally an hour and a half of straight chicken sounds. Like, there were, I believe I counted, it was 125 redemptions of chicken sounds, and it was just constantly. Just at my entire, I swear to God, I wanted to slap a chicken at work the next day, because all I could hear in my ear was that chicken sound. But the community loved it. Like, they just came in and just kept I had a fucking ball of a time just doing that. I didn't care that there was that. Like, thank you, Monk. um, yeah, and Indecisive was off doing something else, and I was like, dude, you got to get in here. Um, I was like, you got to get in here. You got to get in here. And she gets in and starts hearing that, and she's like, oh my God, what did you freaking bring me into? And then she dropped 30 chickens right at the end of the stream, and I'm like, yeah. But that's where you know, giving that time to the streamer and being able to chat. That's why I want you guys to come in. I want everybody to come in and have a good time. I am never going to turn on that follower only or subscriber only chat. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in pushing for subs. Like, one, because I don't have the time for it. You'll never catch me doing a subathon. Frankly,
Yeah, gosh, I don't know how people do it. I
yeah.
mean, I'm all up for sub goals. I think sub goals are good and they can be good. Um, I don't know if Twitch is doing September this year. Twitch did September last year, which was when all subscriptions were 50% off. So a lot of streamers did, September gimmicks and stuff. Like my September last year was every time someone subscribed, I ate one of those awful beans, and I ended up eating way too many of those beans, and it was totally awful. But some people do like, for my birthday, I did a birthday stream, and I had sub goals, and one of them was to get a pie shoved, like a cream pie shoved in my face, and chat loved it. And as far as I'm concerned, sub goals, go for it. Like if you're willing to do something silly and funny that chat want to see you do, and they're willing to
Bean boozled.
give some subs to see you humiliate
Right on
yourself or
wingers.
do something embarrassing, then yeah, totally go for it. Like I'm all up for sub goals. I don't have any issues with sub goals at
Yeah,
all.
like
I think they're a really good thing to do.
there was another member of my community that was hanging out, and she was having a subathon. Like, if you're gonna do a subathon, that's great. Like, that's you. You can do that. If you can do it right, do it. I just won't do it
Yeah,
because
just don't do it every week.
yeah. Don't do it every week. Don't do it because you hit 50 followers. Don't do it because you bought a new trash
Do
can.
it for
Like it.
special events.
Yeah. Like I have an 18-month-old going on 19-month. I don't have time to sit here in front of my computer for 24 hours, 36 hours because so many people subbed. Like, I can't do that. My wife will murder me. Like, if I had a cam, you would see her just come back and just beat me in the head.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I couldn't.
So
I can't do a subathon.
yeah, but this community member reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I'm doing a subathon," and they showed me like their flyer and all that, and I'm like, "Dude, that's great. Let me give you some feedback though. If you're gonna do a subathon, like, why are you doing a subathon?" And the person told me, "Hey, I want to celebrate this." I'm like, "Okay, that's great. Just don't celebrate every milestone with a subathon. Make it special." I was like, and number two, I was like, all of your goals are playing a different game. Like, don't get me wrong, your community's coming in and is going to watch you play those games. Make it interesting for them. Do something different that makes them feel like they did that to you. Like one of the streamers that I wanted to talk to, but I couldn't get to in time, and it might come up in the future. Especially if these. Also, let me tag that real quick. If these streams go well and I get a lot of great feedback from it, we're gonna do these at least once a month with either one or two streamers a month. We can bring back some old ones and all of that, like whatever it might be. But I plan to try and keep doing these constantly. So but the person I was talking to was if you've ever jumped into her chat, Elder Goosey. She's a member of Forums community that I ran into her through that community, and I've started being active in her streams and all that. She is a firecracker inside her chats. But one of the things she did for her birthday was she did a subathon or some kind of goal stuff, and one of the goals was she had to get in an inflatable cow suit, and they hit the goal, and she was literally in in a cow suit twerking. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, that crap, I died. But that's how you give back. That's how you give back to your community. Is if you're gonna do those goals, give them something that they feel that they engaged and did to you. Pie in the face, wearing a crazy outfit. If you have the ability, raffle off a gift card. Like something small. I did waxing strips for a subathon. No, you will not catch me doing that.
Yeah,
Uh,
waxing seems to be really. I've seen a lot of people
I
get waxed on stream.
I will literally end up like freaking Steve Carell and just como te llamo. No, you're not gonna catch me doing that. Inflatable dino twerk life. No hair on my arms or legs for weeks. Heard that. Commando, I started streaming again and I've gotten like 5 followers. Next, that's great. So next, make sure that when you're let me it was like a few minutes ago, we were talking about social media and how impactful social media can be when you're streaming to Twitch. If you're streaming to Twitch and that's all you're doing is just hitting that go live button and streaming, you're missing out on so many different avenues that can help you grow. You want to make sure that my display name is Commando Actual or Commando Actual. It used to be Commando Mouse. But it's Commando Actual on Xbox, it's Commando Actual on PlayStation, it's Commando Actual on I think PC, like Steam, I think, maybe. I don't know, that might be gone. But it's Commando Actual on Instagram, um, TikTok, Snapchat, uh, Reddit, Twitter, all of that. Lock down your name across platforms. Even if you don't use it right away, lock your username in place because it's going to be critical for you later. I didn't realize how useful Twitter was gonna be for me in the beginning. Started to use Twitter, you know, started posting there. Started Discord, dude. When I first heard of Discord, it was Pokemon Go. God, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. They're like, oh, join this Discord and you can, figure out when we're all meeting up. And I'm like, this app feels weird. And then now as I start getting more into Discord, I'm like, holy crap, this is a great tool. Twitter, Reddit,
Mm.
Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, they're all great tools to put your name out there. Hey,
Yeah, but don't
I'm
just drop your lives every time. Like, you
yes.
really need to. One thing I learned about Twitter is, and I grew quite quickly on Twitter, but I was posting like relatable, funny. You've seen what I post on Twitter. I don't
Mhm.
post even when I was streaming. Yeah, my live would automatically go on when it's live, um, but I would post just funny, like random thoughts, random shower thoughts, people call them, and just funny, random things that people would see and get a giggle out of. Um, Memes and stuff like that, or just personal stuff, inspirational stuff. Um, don't make your social medias all about your streaming or your content. Like, I don't post any of my when I do a TikTok or a YouTube, I don't post about it on my social medias. I don't even put it in Discord anymore. I just post them and I'm just letting it grow how it wants to grow for people who want to watch that content. Um, I
Yes, Drew, that is the same as muffins. Sorry. She's 100% right. Don't be stagnant with your socials. Like if you're gonna post on Twitter that you're going live, that's great because you might have an audience on Twitter that isn't quite yet on Twitch for you. Um, and I mean, I'm still
That's how
getting
you're going to find viewers as well.
yeah,
That's how you're going to find viewers that are viewers and not viewers that are streamers,
yeah.
by posting relatable content that people just find humorous and that, they'll then follow you and then they'll see one day that you post that you're live and then they'll hop onto your stream and then sorry, I don't know if you can hear my dog, he's crying. Um, and then you've probably got a viewer for life who is there to watch you. They're there because they enjoyed your funny shit posts on Twitter
Mm-hmm.
and they then enjoy your funny shit posting on Twitch or just, your vibe and how you are. If your natural self on Twitter, um, then people that follow you there or Instagram or whatever socials, people that follow you there are then gonna like your natural self when you're streaming. Um,
Yeah, 100%
and that's
agree.
really important. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important. Like put some different things in there and change it up. Like put positive like Purple Walnut is in Talking Muffins community. That man
Yeah.
posts crazy positivity every day. It's
Yeah.
something different for his Twitter, you know, and he really drives it, and that's something different that you can put a positive message, put a supportive message, post shit post memes, you know, something crazy, just something different other than hey, I'm going live right now. You know, because then it just looks like a robot and it looks like a bot posting and stuff like that. I do want to go
Mm.
back to that question that Ricky Fontaine had. Had whoop, yeah, had different conversations with different streamers, but how do you handle streaming when significant other doesn't really support? Um, I know I can firmly touch this one because me and my wife are different souls in the way. Like, for example, I'm big into rock music. I can tolerate almost any type of music except for mumble rap. Keep that crap out of my ear. Um, but she's more of the rap side of it. I don't care. You know, that's her. You do you. She'd rather watch murder mysteries when we're laying in bed. I'd rather watch Letterkenny. You know, I have different views on what I watch on TV. She has different views. I love watching movies. She falls asleep 10 minutes in. You know, and when it comes to streaming and video gaming, um, I am obviously the streamer, and the video gamer, she's not. She doesn't play video games. She doesn't sit at the computer and watch my streams. I've asked her if she wants to, but that's on her. But if your partner is still supportive of what you do, like she lets me stream. She wants me to uh, do things I enjoy and be myself. Does she does she understand fully why I do it or when I do it? She no, but she supports me in what I do. And would I love for her to be next to me playing a video game at the same time? Fuck yeah. I mean, everybody would love to. But if she's like, yes, undead, perfectly. Um, if if I'm in here and she comes in, you're on the fucking computer again. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you playing fucking video games? That is a problem. She doesn't have to be in my stream all the time. She doesn't have to watch my stream. She doesn't have to come play video games with me. But as long as she's like, hey, you want to go play your video games? Go have fun. You want to go stream?
Mm.
Go ahead. You know, that is all the support you will ever
It's
need.
balance and communication.
Yeah.
It's, you know, streaming is a lot harder and it needed a lot more time than I thought it would. Um, it probably doesn't need as much as I put into it, but I guess, you know, running the communities that I did, it ended up needing a lot more time than I guess I expected that it would need. Um, but yeah, it's knowing when you need to put your phone down and get off social media, or put your phone down and get off Discord, and you know your Discord
Essentially
will
touch
still run
grass.
without you there. Yeah, totally. And you know, just being able to have that, make sure that your partner knows um, that if they're concerned, or if you know they feel like their needs aren't getting met from you because you're focusing your time elsewhere. You just need to make sure they know that they can, that it's communicable, and that they can come to you and say, hey, look, you know, this is starting to become a bit of an issue for me. And then you just need to work it out. I think, you know, it doesn't really come down to who you are as a streamer. It comes down to your relationship, and how well you are communicating in your relationship. But definitely, you know, I can put my hand up and say 100%, when I was in the thick of it, my family suffered, my relationship suffered, and I was I had a goal, and I had a focus, and as far as I was concerned, I needed to be available to my community 24/7, and I was. And yeah, it took its toll on my relationship. And you know, if I ever did come back to streaming, it would be a huge conversation with my husband to, you know, lay out the exact sort of expectations that we both had in relation to that, rather than me just sort of going into it and putting everything else on the back burner and being like, well, this is priority right now. I'll get to you when I can.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's pretty much hitting the nail on the head. I mean, Ricky, I see you posted, bro, I got 2 kids, and she's like, I'm wasting time. Okay, so for example, I don't know if this streamer that I saw has any kids or anything like that, but I ran into a streamer who was streaming, I'd say at least 8 hours a day. Like I've had a few people hit me with like, hey, I'm trying to get to affiliate. I'm like, hey, send me your metrics. My mind has been blown by how many hours some people have put into streaming, and just
crazy.
because. Yeah, like there was one that had 106 hours streamed in 30 days. I mean, you break that down, uh, that is, what is that, 3 hours a day through the month, roughly? Like maybe like around there. So every day you're streaming for 3 hours for some reason or another. But reality is you're not streaming for just 3 hours. You're streaming. There's some days you take off, so you're streaming for like 6 to 8 hours. You know, find the time and your personal life should. Oh, thank you, Drew. 4.53 hours per day. Um, Long streams are bad pre-affiliate, 100%. So let me touch that real quick, and then we'll go back to time management. When you're pushing for affiliate, if you are pushing for affiliate, uh, do not stream more than 2 hours max. Like cut your stream off at 90 minutes or 2 hours. If you keep playing video games with your friends and stuff or doing what you're doing, that's fine. But cut your stream and rate it off at 90 minutes or 2 hours, because no matter what your viewership is, it will strengthen that average to hit the affiliate. Because once you hit affiliate, unless you stop streaming, you're gonna have affiliate always. Like it's not gonna go away. So hit it and then be done. Um, but back to the scheduling. Like I said, I have an 18-month-old. My childcare is me and my wife. We don't have help. We don't have daycare. Like that's how things are working for us. Um, so the way I've been planning my stream is I stream super late. Cass loves it because she's awake.
Yep.
But I'm streaming super late because I work early mornings. I work 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. I come home from work. My wife, it's basically like tag team out. My wife goes to work. I watch my son the rest of the night, and I put my son to bed, and he typically falls asleep anything between 9 and 10 p.m., sometimes 11 p.m. So I plan my streams around that schedule. Like, hey, I get on late night. Not everybody can make the late night streams. Not everybody can make the early morning streams. That's where, you find that balance. Like, hey, uh, and if your significant other is telling you you're wasting time, you got to have that open communication with them and let
Yeah,
them
a
know why you're.
conversation needs to be had.
Yeah, just tell them why you're doing it. Like, hey, I'm trying to make some extra money. Hey, I'm trying to really grow my stream. I'm trying to be a part of a good community. I'm trying to be on a stream team. Whatever that goal might be for you, just be open, be communicative with your partner, and show them the whys and what can come of it. Then, as things start to change, your partner should start to uh, become more receptive to why you're doing it and what you're doing it for. And yes, Undead Dream. If your viewers dip below 3, stop. Like 100%. Like if you see it dipping, go ahead and cut it and rate it off. Also find your dedicated viewers. Um, like, hey, I'm going live tomorrow. I just need a lurker. Can you lurk in my chat while I'm playing or while I'm streaming? I want to get my average. Do it. That's not cheating. That's literally hitting the goal. Like that is the goal. I stream when everyone's asleep. Balance is key. Don't neglect your partner. Yeah, like I said earlier, and Cass agreed with it too. personal life, family, it all comes first. Your mental health,
Yeah.
your family health, it is 100% the important part of it. Your community, your viewers, they will all understand if you have to take a day, if you're not streaming for a couple of days, if you have to you're taking a week off because you're out of town. Like, it's fine. For example, we
And
had
have
four.
your partner be involved as well. Like, ask them their advice on stuff. Ask them what they think might be a good goal for you to set. You know, like it, it's surprising how much better they might feel just by you having them be involved in what you're doing. Because as far as they're concerned, they might just be sitting there not having a clue what it is you're doing. So ask them their opinions on stuff. Ask them for help setting up, your background and stuff like that. Like my games display here, none of those games are mine.
Yeah, and that's another
you
thing
know
too, is like help your partner see what's coming from it too. Like my wife, she don't know anything about what's going on here, like, and how to the inner workings of Twitch or OBS or overlays or anything that work. That's not something she knows. But what she does know is what I tell her. Like, for example, like I said, her birthday was last month. I wanted to give her a great birthday. She deserved the hell out of a good birthday, and my community came through, like, for her and me and for my son. Like, I had Indecisive dropped a huge donation to me and my wife so that my wife can go get her nails done. Like, I all she did was ask, "Hey, what does your wife want?" And I'm like, "This is what I really want to get her, and that's what I'm aiming for." And she goes, "Tell me what it's going to cost. I'll take care of it." I'm like, "No, no, 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 that's not what I told you to do. Like, I'm just telling you what I'm trying to do." She goes, "No, no, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do this for you." And I told my wife, I'm like, "Hey, my Twitch community came through and really helps push this birthday week." And she goes, "Seriously?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she was mind blown by the fact that my community wanted the same thing I did, for her to have a great time, and that was powerful for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Trying to holy, that was a lot. Damn, Undead, you went nuts on that one. I usually had my family lurk early on. My partner does my art, see what skills they could offer, communications, everything, see if they have ideas with marketing. Sometimes getting an outside perspective is huge. We all get wrapped up in our heads and need that disconnect perspective. 100%. You always have to take a step back and reevaluate what's going on, because I live everything I do by a single motto. I don't care how good I am. I don't care if I'm the top dog. I can always do something better. Like, no matter what. No, if I'm at work, if my home life with my wife, my home life with my son, it is there's always something I can improve on. But if you don't tell me, I can't improve on it. So that outside perspective of, "Hey, I noticed you stream at 11 o'clock at night. Have you tried streaming earlier?" That's when you jump in and go, "Well, hey, I know you haven't been really, you think I'm wasting time and everything with it, so I didn't really want to dip into family time. Oh, I didn't know you were doing that." Like, that's where that communication locks in and go, "Hey, you know what? I think you get a lot more viewers if you stream earlier. Why don't you do that, and we'll kind of hang out afterwards." It's such a great feeling when your partner wants you to strive to be better, and then gives you that kind of, "Hey, you didn't stream today. You want to go stream?" Like, giving you that, or, "Hey, I don't really think that looks good. Maybe we can change it." Getting that outside opinion, and outside opinion also doesn't have to come from uh, your significant other or your partner. It could literally come from anybody, like any of your community, any of the people you've networked with. Everybody has advice. Everybody has an opinion that they can give you. And, like, for example, Cass's journey might not help some people, but it could definitely help quite a few people, because some people might not be able to relate to what she was doing. Like some people are like, I'm never going to change a game. I'm going to stick to my one game. So it might not help them. But other people are like, I like playing different games. Like, so how's my community going to respond? Okay, this is what she struggled with, and I can definitely hear it. Maybe I can try this or get some advice from her on how to do it. Um, and then yeah, going back and forth, just hearing stories can change uh, your opinion, can change your drive, can change your direction. It doesn't have to be uh, like paying a therapist $400 an hour. It could just be, well, shit, I ran into that issue. That's how that person handled it. Let me try that. It's insane what it can do. And hold on, catching up on the chat. If anyone needs an ear, I'll be here for anyone. Yes, mental health, important. If you guys need to talk, we're here. Like, just message us. Like, if I'm busy, it might take me a minute to answer. Like, because, real life shit. But I will get back to you. My community is very powerful on getting back to people like, hey, I want to talk to you guys. Like, what's going on? Are you okay? You know, we're there for each other, and it's not just mine either. It's most communities out there. You found a good community when you can walk in and just go, dude, I've had a shit day, and the response isn't, oh, well, you gonna come into the stream today? It's, dude, are you all right? Like, what's going on? Like, talk to us. Like, help. Like, we're here for you. Like, what happened? What can we do to help? Um, and sorry, I'm reading chat again. Thanks for the advice, bro. Ricky, that's what all three of these events are for. Between tonight, tomorrow with Undead Dream, and Tuesday with Talkin' Muffin and Drew from Mechanics. This is all about helping you guys. Like, I'm not asking for anything in return. I want you to come in. I want you to hear the stories, hear the advice, and if you can get something out of it, awesome. That's the goal. If it helps you, amazing, and that's what we want. And if you need anything, reach out. Like, if you have other questions, after we end the stream, on tonight, tomorrow, Tuesday, join the Discord. We're there. We will be happy to answer you. And if we can't answer your question, I'll find someone who has the answer, because that's what I do. I was a manager for Chili's, and that's what I was always taught. If you don't know the answer, know how to find the answer. So I am networked in with quite a few people that can help me out. So don't be afraid to come talk to us and ask us any questions you got. And if you're grinding for affiliate, dude, get in there and let us know. We got you. We'll help you get to affiliate. We'll help you set goals or figure out what you need to do. And then when you get there, we'll come back and support you. Like, we'll come in, hang out, and say, congrats. Do the great things that our communities can do. So is there any other questions that anybody might have right now, or Cass, is there anything else you kind of wanna touch?
Um, no, not really. I think we've covered sort of all the main things. Um, just I guess it's easier for everyone to say keep grinding, especially for someone like me who is no longer grinding. Um, but you've just got to do what you want to do. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, then don't do it, or change it, or try something different. Like, there's no point in sitting there. And, it got to the point with me, with where I was and in streaming, and I was like, oh, I just really don't want to go live. And I was, you know, hitting that button with regret and doubt, and I just didn't want to do it. And that followed through with my streams, and I just felt rubbish the whole time. And it got to a point where I was like, I'm pretending to be this happy, energized person on stream, where all I wanted to do was go to bed because I was just exhausted. And just don't do that. Do it because you want to do it. do it when you're in a headspace to do it. If you're not feeling it, do not hit that go live button. I swear to God, every single time I was like, oh, I really don't feel like streaming today. I'm just exhausted. I'm so tired. I'm just not feeling it. And then I would push myself to do it, and I would have a rubbish stream. I would feel rubbish. You know, I felt like the numbers reflected the way I was feeling, and I would end it just as disappointed as I was before I went into it. If you don't feel it, don't do it. Do it because you want to. Don't do it because you feel like you have an obligation to anybody, or you've got a schedule that you need to meet. If you don't want to do it for that one time, then don't do it.
Yeah, agreed. Don't if you are not in the right mindset and you're just not, it's not vibing right. Remember, Twitch, you are your own boss. Like, you don't answer to anybody else. You have no obligation to anybody else to be there. It is something you want to do, something you choose to do, and something you should enjoy doing. And that's where, you know, if you're enjoying it, do it. Get it. Commando, I'm going to hit you offline, bro. Ricky, go right ahead, man. That's what we. I'm here for you guys. Like I said, it might take me a minute to answer you, either, you know, if I'm asleep or if I'm watching my kid or if I'm out with my wife or I'm at work. You know, I will get back to you. I think people in my community that are in the chat right now can attest to that. Cass can attest to it. You know, I'll be there for you as best I can when I can get to you. That grind is very real, and this advice right now is so critical. Spot on, Muffin. Like it, all these little tidbits are critical in what you want to do. If you want to get there, you're gonna get there. Like I, you know, growing up, your parents always tell you, reach for the stars. You can do whatever you want. Set your mind to it. Yes, that is it is so true. You want to do it, put your mind to it. Put the grind in, listen to the feedback, listen to the advice. This is one thing I learned being a manager is feedback is important. Feedback should be not only constructive but also appreciative. If you're gonna give some feedback to a streamer, give them both sides of the feedback. You know, appreciate something they're doing while helping them grow stronger. And then at the same time, when you get that if you're receiving the feedback, it's not just about taking the feedback and going, oh, okay, I hear you. No, use the feedback, apply it. Like, most people that are giving you feedback are not trying to be hurtful. They're not trying to attack you personally. They're trying to help you grow, and they're giving you that feedback because they want to help you grow. Yes, you're going to have these trolls that come in and go, stop streaming, you're stupid. That's obviously a troll. But like if Cass came up to me tomorrow and was like, hey, you know, your stream kind of ran too long. It's going to kill your average. Try trimming it down a little bit. Well, you had a great stream last night. What she did is she just told me my content is great, but with the goal I'm trying to hit, I need to cut it back a little bit to hit that goal. So she was addressing those things that I needed to address. But if I go into the next stream and I stream longer, I basically just said, I don't care about your feedback. Take the feedback and apply it. Use it. Everybody works differently, you know, and there's people that can stream for a couple days on different days and do great. There's people that stream set streams every week. It always it's always going to be different for people, but if you don't want to do it, like if you're just not motivated, don't push yourself. Don't drain yourself. Don't distance yourself from your personal life. It should always be personal life first. Your mental health and your family should always be number one priority. Streaming should never be your number one priority, because if it starts to become your number one priority, you're going to lose everything that supports that streaming, that backs that streaming. You know, whether you're a Twitch partner, whether you're the biggest streamer in the world, it doesn't matter. You got to have your family time. You got to have your time of touching grass. And I love that became a thing.
Yeah.
You have to do. Ricky, you have a great night, man. I look forward to having some conversations with you. Get some sleep. Thanks for coming in and hanging out, and great questions today, bud. Um, you got to do those things, and you got to be passionate about what you do. If you're not passionate about streaming, about video games, even if it's for that night, just put it down, walk away, and go do something that you want to do. Because your
Sleep.
content, yeah, sleep, dude. If you gotta sleep, sleep. Like that's what I've been doing the past 3 weeks. If you go back through my videos on demand, I think this is the fourth stream I've done in 2.5 weeks. Not because I don't want to, because I'd rather sleep. Because I've been working nonstop. That I needed to sleep. And I had to make money, so I had to do those things. But if if things start to change and everything, then yeah, hey, I don't need. I'm bushy at what was that? Wide eyed and bushy tailed. Then yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna come. I'm gonna come stream. Stuff like that. But I'm not gonna put myself in a position where I'm like, all right, guys, I'm here. Let's play some Call of Duty. I don't want to do that. Like, I'm energetic, and if I can't be energetic, I do not want to be on stream because it's not who I am. And I'm passionate about what I do. And like I said, be true to yourself. If you know that it's going great for you, keep at it. If you're getting on stream and you're like, man, I got into a big fight with my significant other, or my kids in the hospital. Like, dude, what are you doing on streaming? Go take care of that stuff. Like, go take care of your
Yeah.
kid. Go take care of your relationship. Like, streaming is a whether you're a partner, affiliate, brand new to it. It doesn't matter. It should be a backseat always.
Yeah. And Twitch will always be there.
Yeah, you could.
Like,
Yeah, you're.
like I've said, I might come back to Twitch one day. I don't have any intentions of doing so at the moment. Do I miss it? Yeah, of course. Like I miss having that open conversations, that open chat with people, and just doing this. Like I miss doing this. But in saying that, the schedule that I had set wasn't realistic for me. So yeah, you just need to do what works for you.
Yes,
100%.
one
And your
100%
family.
agree. Yeah, your family is gonna be. It should be your main driver. No matter what your goal is, your family should be your main driver. If your family is not in like you're not there for your family, like honestly, if you tell me, hey, I'm gonna be in your stream, I'm gonna miss my sister's birthday party, but I'll be there at your stream. I'm gonna tell you, don't come into my stream. Like, go to your birthday party. Like, go do that, because I'd much rather you have a great time with your family at a very special day than to sacrifice it and be in my chat. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that comes into my chat, but I do not expect anybody to sacrifice anything in their life to be a part of my chat or a part of my community when I'm streaming. That's not what I want you to do. You want to be in my chat? Great. But I won't sacrifice. Like, when my wife's birthday week, I think I streamed one day in that week. The rest of it I spent with her. We were out doing stuff. We went to a party for her. We went out of town a couple days down to hang out with her mom and see some other people. That's that's what I did. Did I think about streaming? Of course. I love my community. Like I said, I love the people that uh, hang up on you. Wingers, I didn't hang up on you. You left the Discord chat, buddy. I was noticing that at the bottom. Um, but yeah, it's keep your house in order, and always always be passionate about what you do. And if you don't love them more than your wife, though, oh, of course not. No, my wife and my son and my family, my other like my mom, my brother, sister, all that come way before streaming. I love my wife. We actually we're not actually officially married yet. We're engaged, but I'm not saying fiance. I say fiance, my girl, my woman, my wife. I say all that. We're planning a wedding. She's still working through a divorce on her ex husband. We've been together 2.5 years, but her and I might as well be married because that's my woman. Like, I wouldn't be able to do these things that I'm doing if she didn't support me and if I didn't support her. Like, that's the other thing too is I love the fact that she supports what I do, so I support what she does. Um, you know, uh, so yeah, I do want to say that this has been amazing. We've been live for my OBS is
2 hours, 10 minutes.
yeah, it's been weird because it says 2 hours and 10 minutes there, and then my OBS at the very bottom says an hour and 32 minutes. So I don't know if at some point the OBS kind of lied to me. But I have the chat has stayed active. I haven't seen anybody say that I'm not that I wasn't live or that they lost a live. So I mean, 2 hours of talking and giving advice, like, and it didn't even feel like 2 hours. Like, I mean, I appreciate the
That's how it
hell.
should be.
Yeah, and I appreciate the hell out of you, Cass, for wanting to be a part of this and taking the time out of your day to come chat with us and share your story and give your advice on things that you've been through. I definitely look forward to doing this again with you
Yeah,
and
for
hanging out.
sure.
I unfortunately can't jump into any Call of Duty with you today because my wife will be home soon, and I've got to go make
No,
sure
that's
she's
cool.
yeah, I got to go make sure she's
We'll
okay.
get some games in another day.
Oh, we will. We definitely will. So, what we're gonna do to end this today, guys, is I do appreciate everybody that has came in. Anybody that's rewatching this on video on demand, or if part of this makes it to TikTok. I appreciate all of you coming in, hanging out, asking questions, chatting. There's a lot of chat I got to go back through if I'm able to. A lot of things I want to piece apart or pick apart and see if I missed anything or anything like that. I really appreciate it. We will be live again tomorrow evening at same time, 10 o'clock p.m. EST. We're going to be with Undead Dream tomorrow. And today we really talked about community, like how powerful community and growing the right way can be important and touch a few other small subjects in between. Undead Dream and I have lined up a mental health kind of take on streams as well as tools for tomorrow. Like he has like so many tools that he showed me that we want to share with you
It
as well.
does.
So that's going to be that main focus of that one tomorrow. So we will be live again tomorrow, guys. I really would love for you guys to keep coming back tomorrow. And then Tuesday, we're going to be with Talking Muffin, and Drew is going to be at the end of that stream to talk about a platform that I have been recently introduced that Drew runs. It's called mechanics.gg. Cass, if you can type in ! profile for me real quick. It is a platform that is meant to help streamers and small streamers. I'm still learning everything about it. That's the link right there. It takes you straight to my profile. And there's ways to interact with the chat with the stream, which I'm still tweaking and learning. But you can also donate and subscribe if the subscription is enabled by the profile to the content creator, and they keep 100% of those funds and those proceeds. Like see right there, and it. Thank you for the follow, Drew, on mechanics. If if you spent, I think it's like $5.99 on a subscription on Twitch, depending on your affiliate or partner status, you see anything from, I think it's what, 30 to 50% of that. Mechanics, you keep 100% of it. Like the bits that Twitch gets, you get 50% of that. The donations and everything that Mechanics has, there's a bot integration. It's called, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Drew, but it's called For the Cause. That's where you can help with donations or ways to grow financially. There's a lot that is there already, and there's a lot that's going to continue to grow with that. So, to the cause, thank you. Um, so definitely check that out. And if you make that profile, drop me a follow. Talking Muffins on there, Dark Razard's on there, Drew's on there. And Drew's been very helpful. There's also a Discord for mechanics, so he'll be talking a lot more about that with Muffin on Tuesday. So definitely come by and hear that all. He's got a nice little presentation lined out, and super stoked to have him a part of that. He was a last minute addition, and I really appreciate him taking the time out of his day to come talk about that with us on Tuesday. So we will be live tomorrow. Cass, you are amazing. I appreciate you and everything you've
You
done.
are.
Yeah, thank you. Do you have somebody that you would like us to rate off to tonight?
Oh, I get to choose.
Hell yeah. I see, and that's the thing, guys, with rating. I do not rate off to certain people all the time. I like to be different and random. Like I'll ask Indecisive, "Hey, who are we rating off to tonight?" And I'll ask anybody. Like, you want me to rate off to somebody? I got you. Let's. And I like to, even if we only ever have 3 viewers, I rate off. And so yeah, Cass, you definitely get to pick who we rate to.
The decisions. We might go and see my guy BZ. So, do you just want me to put the name in chat or?
Put the name in chat so I can trigger it.
Yeah. So this guy, it's our 8-month sub anniversary. He Black Zombie is actually the guy who I gave my Discord to once I decided to stop streaming. So he's pretty much the only person that I could think of that I could trust with my community who would do the right thing with it. And he's such a funny dude. He mainly plays Warzone, but he's so interactive. Check out his channel points. He's got some hilarious channel points in there. And yeah, he's just a good soul. So I'm going to put the name in here. There it is.
All right, let me get the raid set up, and then I'll do my outro with you.
No worries, my dear.
Okay. All right, so guys, again, appreciate everybody who's came by. I appreciate all the questions, the interactions. You guys are amazing. We are here to help. We're here to listen, to have a fun time, to just have some goofy banter back and forth. Um, you know, you guys are the reason we create our content, whether it be on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. You guys coming in and just watching is why we do these things. So thank you so much for tuning in. I know most of you really wanted to come in and see Cass's beautiful face again. So thank you for coming in and showing her that you guys miss the hell out of her on Twitch. And we do look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. I know it's probably going to be a Monday morning for Cass. She's already said that if she can, she will drop into
Working,
chat.
but I'll be around.
Yeah, she'll be lurking and trying to chat when she can. She is in Australia, so it's a different time zone. But seriously, guys, I appreciate everybody who's came by. I can't wait for the future streams to come, and I look forward to try, especially if I see good feedback from this. I look forward to doing this once a month. I do look forward to playing some games with you real soon, Cass, and seeing just how horrible I can be at games compared to you, or vice versa.
It'll be vice versa.
But it has definitely been an amazing stream, in my opinion, to be able to just sit there and talk about things that everybody wants to have ask or talk about. And you've been,
Yeah, totally.
yeah,
And I'm
you've,
in as you said, I'm in the Discord as well. So if anyone does want to reach out or if anyone does have any questions, you can whisper me on Twitch or hit me up a message in Discord as well. That's fine. If anyone does have any other questions or wants me to expand on anything, that's totally cool.
yeah, there is a stream support thing in the Discord as well. If you have any questions or need an advice on it, as well, you can put it in there, and people can drop their 2 cents in, even if it's not Cass or myself. But thank you guys. So we are gonna raid off to Black Zombie Bag Boy. He is playing Call of Duty Warzone right now. So we are going to raid off to him. Guys, thank you again so much. I can never stop saying thank you for choosing this channel, this community, and the people we have to be a part of, to take your night and just be a part of it. So thank you so much. Cass, you are amazing and wonderful. Thank you again, and I will be DMing you here shortly. You guys all have a wonderful evening. Thank you, and peace.
Bye everyone.